Civilization or Barbarism, an Authentic Anthropology by Dr. Cheikh Anta. Problem 64 deals with a distribution of differences. It is again an arithmetic progression. It consists of dividing 10 loaves of bread among 10 persons in such a manner that the difference between two consecutive persons is 1/8 of a hecat. One obtains the same result as described by applying the classical formula of arithmetic progression. L equals A plus n minus 1 times D, where L equals the last term, A equals the first term, D equals the common difference, 1/8. The rhyme papyrus shows that the Egyptians were the inventors of arithmetic and geometric progressions. Now, the most famous supposed discoveries of Pythagoras deal with the diverse operations in the arithmetic and geometric series. The summation of the arithmetic progression gives polygonal numbers, for instance. The summation of the terms of the simplest arithmetic progression corresponding to the series of natural numbers, and whose ratio or difference of terms is equal to 1, gives triagonal or triangular numbers. The one whose difference in terms is 2, meaning that of the odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, etc., will give, by summation of its terms, tetragonal or square numbers, such as 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, etc., represented as follows: 1, 4, 9, 16. The one whose difference in terms is 3 gives pentagonal numbers: 1, 5, 12, 22, 35, etc. The progression 1, 5, 9, 13, 17, etc., having 4 as the difference between the terms, gives the series of hexagonal numbers: 1, 6, 15, 28, etc. In the same way, one obtains the heptagonal, octagonal, nonagonal numbers, etc. Similarly, the gnomons, or successive rectangular belts that allow one to obtain all the squares from one unit square, form the arithmetic series of odd numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3, 5, 7. Pythagoras assumed the tetragonal or square sole. Thus, the importance of the tetrad or the tetracities and the gnomon in his philosophy. The Egyptian influence on Pythagoras was so strong that he, or in any event in his school, in spite of the difference in language and writing, used his pre-algebraic mathematical notation, Egyptian hieroglyphic signs. For example, the sign of water symbolized the progression of numbers. The series of odd numbers was represented by the gnomon in the form of a right angle, the even numbers by the sign, equal sign, of the balance, the circle, the hieroglyphic of Ra, the sun, representing perpetual movement, the famous sign of the Ansat, cross of Isis, or Ankh, T-squares, or the gnomons joined back to back and surmounted by a circle symbolizes the generation of squares. by the series of odd numbers, which played a major role in Pythagorean doctrine, and so on. A passage from Plutarch, quoted by Ferdinand Hofer, shows that the Greeks knew well that the theorem of Pythagoras was an Egyptian discovery. We'll pause right here and continue back with civilization or barbarism. Chapter 16 is a long one, so we'll be here for a little bit. I'm your Riley. Hi, it's Harvey.